Our planet is a tapestry of life, woven with countless threads of different sizes, shapes, and colors. Each thread represents a unique species, from the tiniest beetle hidden beneath a leaf to the mighty blue whale gliding through the ocean's depths. Together, they create a living masterpiece, a symphony of existence that has evolved over millions of years. Every animal, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a vital role in keeping this tapestry whole. The honeybee, for example, pollinates flowers, ensuring the survival of countless plants. The wolf, as a top predator, keeps populations in balance, shaping entire ecosystems with its presence. Yet for centuries, the natural world has faced relentless challenges. Forests have vanished, rivers have dried, and oceans have warmed. These changes have pulled at the threads of life, causing some to fray and others to snap, leaving gaps in the once seamless fabric of nature. Many remarkable creatures have been pushed to the very edge of existence. The Amur leopard, with fewer than 100 left in the wild, prowls the shadows of remote forests. The vaquita, a tiny porpoise, clings to survival in the murky waters of the Gulf of California, its numbers counted on 2 hands. Their numbers have dwindled, their homes have shrunk, and their futures have looked bleak. The Sumatran rhinoceros, once roaming across Southeast Asia, now survives in only a few isolated pockets, its calls echoing through empty forests. This process, known as extinction, is a silent tragedy that unfolds around us every day. It is the vanishing of a song, the fading of a footprint, the loss of a story millions of years in the making. But this story is not one of despair. It is a story of hope, of resilience, adaptation, and the astonishing ability of life to recover when given the chance. Across the globe, a remarkable change is taking place. In places where forests have regrown, animals are returning. In rivers once choked with silt, fish are spawning again. The Iberian lynx, once the world's rarest cat, has doubled its numbers in just a decade, prowling the Spanish countryside once more. The California condor, with a wingspan as wide as a car, was once reduced to just 27 individuals. Today it soars again over the canyons of the American West, a living symbol of hope. When a species disappears, the world becomes a quieter, emptier place. The loss is not just of a creature, but of an entire web of relationships, a chapter in the story of life that can never be rewritten. Yet nature is resilient. Given time and space, animals can rebound in astonishing ways. The humpback whale, once hunted to the brink, now fills the oceans with its haunting songs, its numbers rising with each passing year. The beaver, once nearly lost from many rivers, now shapes landscapes anew, creating wetlands that shelter countless other species. The European bison, extinct in the wild a century ago, now roams free in ancient forests, a living relic of the Ice Age. These comebacks are a testament to the power of nature's resilience. Even after the darkest winters, spring returns. Even after the longest silence, the chorus of life can rise again. With every new birth, every returned call, every pawprint in fresh earth, hope is renewed. The journey is not easy, and the odds are often long, but the will to survive is written deep in the heart of every creature. This is a journey to meet some of these incredible survivors, animals that have stared into the abyss of extinction and, against all odds, have begun to return. We will explore the stories of the grizzly bear reclaiming its ancient mountains, the humpback whale once again filling our oceans with its song, and the mountain gorilla, whose numbers have slowly climbed from the brink. The grizzly bear, once vanished from much of its range, now roams wild valleys and snowy peaks, a symbol of wilderness reborn. The humpback whale, whose haunting songs echo across the seas, now swims with its calves in waters where silence once reigned. Each comeback is a hard-won victory, a complex tale of challenges and triumphs, of adaptation and persistence. These stories are not just about survival, but about the intricate connections that bind all living things. When one species returns, it brings life and balance to entire ecosystems. The return of the otter cleans rivers, the flight of the butterfly spreads new life, and the howl of the wolf shapes the very land beneath its feet. Let us begin this exploration with a sense of wonder and optimism, for the world is still full of miracles waiting to unfold. The path to recovery is often long and filled with obstacles. For many species, the struggle continues, and the work is far from over. Many of these animals still face threats to their long-term survival, predators, changing climates, and the ever-present challenge of finding food and shelter. However, their journeys offer a powerful message that hope is never truly lost, and that nature, when given the chance, can surprise us with its strength. They prove that it is not too late to make a difference, that the story of life on Earth is still being written, one comeback at a time. These survivors inspire us to believe in a future where the wild heart of our planet beats strong, where the tapestry of life is mended, and where every creature, great and small, has a place in the sun. Imagine a creature whose very presence commands the heart of the wild. With bold stripes that blend seamlessly into the dappled sunlight, powerful muscles rippling beneath its fur, and eyes that pierce the gloom, the tiger is the undisputed monarch of its domain. The tiger, Panthera tigris, has long ruled the forests, grasslands, and mangrove swamps of Asia, a symbol of strength and grace. Its world is a tapestry of emerald leaves, tangled roots, and cool, shadowy streams, an ecosystem teeming with life, where every creature plays a part. For millennia, the tiger has been the apex predator, shaping the balance of its environment, keeping populations of prey in check, and allowing the forest to thrive. Yet, the tiger's story is one of both majesty and peril. Across its range, the tiger's kingdom has been shrinking, its forests vanishing, and its prey growing scarce. The challenges are immense: habitat loss, dwindling food sources, and the relentless pressure of survival in a changing world. Once, tigers roamed from the icy forests of Siberia to the steamy jungles of Indonesia, their numbers strong and their territories vast. Now only a fraction remain, scattered in isolated pockets, their ancient paths erased by time and loss. The call of the tiger, once a common sound, now echoes as a rare and haunting reminder of what is at stake. Each new generation faces a world more uncertain than the last, their survival hanging by a thread. Tigers are solitary and territorial, each one needing vast stretches of land to hunt, mate, and raise their young. They are masters of adaptation, able to swim mighty rivers, leap great distances, and vanish into the thickest jungle. But even the greatest of survivors can be brought to the brink. Yet, in some places, hope stirs. Forests are regrowing, prey animals are returning, and the tiger's ancient trails are being reclaimed. In these wild sanctuaries, tigers are making a quiet comeback, their numbers slowly rising as the land heals. From the steamy mangroves of the Sundarbans to the snowy taiga of the Russian Far East, tigers are reclaiming their place in the wild. Every paw print, every roar, every new cub born is a testament to resilience and the enduring power of nature. The tiger's tale is not just one of loss, but of hope. A story written in the shadows and sunlight of the wild places they call home. As long as the forests stand and the rivers flow, the spirit of the tiger endures, a living symbol of the wild's untamed heart. The world watches, holding its breath, as the tiger walks the line between extinction and survival, its fate forever entwined with the fate of the wild itself. In the end, the tiger's tale is a reminder: where there is wilderness, there is hope, and where there is hope, the tiger may yet walk free. The grizzly bear is a powerful symbol of the untamed wilderness, a creature perfectly adapted to the vast and varied landscapes of North America. These magnificent animals once roamed across immense territories, from dense forests and alpine meadows to open plains and river valleys. Their presence shaped the land, and their survival depended on the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Grizzly bears are true omnivores, thriving on a diverse diet. They fish for salmon in rushing rivers, dig for roots and bulbs, and forage for berries and nuts in the undergrowth. Their powerful claws and keen sense of smell make them expert foragers, able to locate food sources hidden beneath the soil or high in the trees. As they move through their territory, grizzlies turn over logs and rocks, aerating the soil and dispersing seeds. They feed on insects and carrion, helping to recycle nutrients and keep the ecosystem healthy. Grizzly bears leave their mark on the land in subtle ways. They rub against trees, leaving behind fur and scent, and their tracks crisscross muddy riverbanks and forest trails. These signs are vital for other wildlife, providing information about food sources and territory boundaries. The life of a grizzly bear is a story of survival and learning. Cubs are born in the safety of a winter den, emerging in spring to explore the world under the watchful eye of their mother. She teaches them how to find food, avoid danger, and navigate the vast wilderness. Grizzlies are remarkable travelers, capable of covering great distances in search of food and mates. They swim across icy rivers, climb steep mountain slopes, and cross snowy expanses, demonstrating strength and resilience in every step. As winter approaches, grizzly bears prepare for hibernation. They dig deep dens in hillsides or beneath tree roots, where they will spend the cold months in a state of deep rest, living off the fat reserves built up during the summer and fall. When spring returns, the bears emerge, hungry and ready to begin the cycle anew. The changing seasons shape their lives, guiding their movements and behaviors throughout the year. Grizzly bears play a crucial role in the ecosystem. They compete and interact with other wildlife, such as wolves and ravens, sharing food sources and influencing the balance of predator and prey. Their presence supports a rich web of life, from the smallest insects to the tallest trees. The survival of the grizzly bear is a testament to the resilience of nature. In the wild places where they still roam, the land remains whole and alive, shaped by the footsteps of these ancient giants. Every day, grizzly bears continue their timeless journey, searching, learning, and thriving in the heart of the wilderness. Their story is one of endurance, adaptation, and the enduring power of the wild. In the silence of the forest, the grizzly bear moves with purpose and grace, a living reminder of the wild world that still exists beyond the reach of civilization. The grizzly bear's future is written in the land itself, a future shaped by the rhythms of nature, the abundance of the seasons, and the enduring spirit of the wild. Deep within the mist-shrouded volcanic mountains of Central Africa, the mountain gorilla makes its home. These lush emerald forests are alive with the sounds of birds and the rustle of leaves, providing a sanctuary for one of the world's most remarkable primates. In the heart of this dense rainforest, mountain gorilla families move quietly through the undergrowth. They live in close-knit groups, led by a powerful silverback, and spend their days foraging for leaves, stems, and wild fruits. Their bonds are strong, with gentle grooming and playful interactions weaving the fabric of their social lives. Yet the world of the mountain gorilla has not always been so peaceful. Over the years, their forest home began to shrink. Towering trees fell, replaced by open clearings and the scars of deforestation. The once continuous canopy became fragmented, and the gorillas found themselves with less space and fewer resources. As their habitat dwindled, the gorillas faced new dangers. The forest, once a place of safety, became a patchwork of isolated islands. Food grew scarce, and the gorillas were forced to travel farther and farther in search of nourishment. The risk of injury and illness increased, and the smallest members of the group became especially vulnerable. The mountain gorilla population plummeted, families grew smaller, and the echo of their calls faded from the valleys. It seemed as if these gentle giants were slowly vanishing into the mist, their future uncertain and their numbers perilously low. But the mountain gorillas are resilient. In the face of adversity, they adapted. They learned to navigate the changing landscape, seeking out new feeding grounds and forging new paths through the forest. The silverbacks led their families with determination, always searching for the safest places to rest and feed. Over time, the forest began to heal. Young saplings pushed through the soil, and the canopy slowly closed overhead. The gorillas found new patches of bamboo and wild celery, and their groups began to grow once more. Playful youngsters tumbled through the undergrowth, and the air filled with the sounds of contented grunts and gentle chest beats. As the years passed, the mountain gorilla population began to recover. Families grew larger, and new generations were born beneath the sheltering trees. The gorillas explored new areas of the forest, expanding their range and rediscovering old trails. Today, the mountain gorilla stands as a symbol of hope and resilience. Their numbers are rising, and their presence brings life to the mountains they call home. The forest echoes once again with the sounds of their laughter and the steady rhythm of their lives. Yet challenges remain. The boundaries of their habitat are still threatened, and the gorillas must continue to adapt to a world that is always changing. But with each new birth and every thriving family, the mountain gorilla's revival continues, a testament to the enduring spirit of nature and the power of survival. Deep beneath the rolling waves, the humpback whale glides with effortless grace, its immense body moving through the blue expanse like a living legend. These ocean giants are renowned for their haunting, intricate songs, melodies that drift for miles, weaving through the water and connecting whales across vast distances. Each year, humpback whales embark on one of the longest migrations in the animal kingdom. From the icy feeding grounds near the poles, they travel thousands of miles to warm, tropical waters where new life begins. Along the way, they leap from the sea in spectacular breaches, their bodies soaring skyward before crashing back in a spray of foam, a breathtaking display of power and agility. In the gentle embrace of tropical lagoons, mothers nurture their calves, teaching them the ways of the ocean. Calves stay close, learning to navigate the currents and listen for the songs that echo through the deep. The bond between mother and calf is strong, a testament to the resilience and unity of these majestic creatures. As the seasons change, the great migration resumes. Pods of humpbacks traverse the open ocean, navigating by the stars and the Earth's magnetic field. They pass through sunlit shallows and shadowy depths, from the balmy waters of Hawaii to the frigid seas of Antarctica, always guided by ancient instincts. Their songs fill the water, a chorus of voices that marks territories, attracts mates, and strengthens social bonds. Each population has its own unique melody, evolving year after year, echoing the stories of survival and adaptation. Yet the journey is not without peril. In the vastness of the ocean, dangers lurk. Hidden nets and lines can ensnare even the mightiest whale, causing injury or worse. The open sea, once a boundless sanctuary, now holds new challenges that test the endurance of every traveler. Some whales bear scars from encounters with unseen threats, their journeys marked by hardship and survival. The ever-increasing presence of obstacles in their migratory paths means that every crossing is a test of resilience. Still, the humpback whale endures. In protected sanctuaries and remote stretches of ocean, they thrive, breaching at sunset, their tails splashing against the golden horizon. Their songs continue to echo, a living symphony that celebrates survival and the enduring spirit of the wild. The story of the humpback whale is one of hope and perseverance. Against all odds, these magnificent beings have reclaimed their place in the ocean's tapestry. Their presence a powerful reminder of nature's ability to recover and inspire. As dawn breaks over the endless sea, the humpback's journey continues, an odyssey of strength, song, and survival, echoing through the ages for generations yet to come. Turtles and tortoises are among the oldest living creatures on Earth, their lineage stretching back over 200 million years. These remarkable reptiles have witnessed the rise and fall of dinosaurs, survived mass extinctions, and adapted to a changing world with their iconic shells, nature's original armor. From the moment a turtle or tortoise hatches, life is a journey of resilience. Emerging from eggs buried in sand or soil, hatchlings face immediate challenges. Many must navigate treacherous terrain, evade predators, and find their way to water or shelter, guided by instincts honed over countless generations. As they grow, turtles and tortoises lead lives defined by patience and persistence. Some species roam vast distances in search of food or nesting sites, while others remain close to their birthplace, foraging on plants, fruits, or aquatic vegetation. Their slow, deliberate movements are a testament to their energy-saving strategies and their ability to thrive in diverse environments, from arid deserts to lush wetlands, from tropical beaches to temperate forests. The shell, a marvel of evolution, offers protection from many natural threats. When danger approaches, these animals retreat inside, shielded by bone and keratin. Yet despite this ancient defense, modern challenges have proven far more formidable. Today, turtles and tortoises face a multitude of threats. Habitat loss is a constant danger as forests are cleared, wetlands drained, and grasslands converted. Pollution, invasive species, and climate change further disrupt their delicate balance. In some places, artificial lights disorient hatchlings, leading them away from safety. In others, barriers and fragmented habitats isolate populations, making survival even more difficult. Predators, both native and introduced, prey on eggs and young, while environmental hazards such as droughts, floods, and fires test their endurance. Some individuals bear the scars of these struggles, cracked shells, faded markings, or injuries from encounters with the modern world. Despite these hardships, turtles and tortoises persist. In protected reserves and restored habitats, populations can recover. Clean water, abundant food, and safe nesting sites allow new generations to thrive. In healthy ecosystems, these ancient mariners and wanderers play vital roles, dispersing seeds, maintaining vegetation, and supporting the web of life around them. Each hatchling that emerges, each adult that survives another year, is a testament to the enduring spirit of turtles and tortoises. Their journey is slow and steady, a race against extinction that continues with every sunrise and every new generation. For these remarkable creatures, survival is not just a matter of luck, but of adaptation, resilience, and the quiet determination that has carried them through the ages. Deep within the emerald heart of the Congo rainforest, a gentle mist clings to the ancient trees, and the air is alive with the soft rustle of leaves. Here, in this lush, mysterious world, lives a remarkable primate, one whose story is woven into the very fabric of the forest. This is the bonobo, a creature whose spirit echoes the wild beauty and fragile balance of its home. Bonobos, with their expressive eyes and graceful movements, are among our closest relatives in the animal kingdom. They share over 98% of our DNA, yet their lives are shaped by a world so different from our own. In the dappled light beneath the towering canopy, bonobos move with quiet purpose, their days unfolding in a tapestry of connection, curiosity, and care. Unlike their cousins, the chimpanzees, whose societies are often marked by aggression and dominance, bonobo communities are built on peace and cooperation. Here it is the females who lead, guiding their groups with wisdom and gentle authority. The bonds between bonobos are deep and enduring, forged through touch, play, and the simple act of being together. In the early morning, as the sun filters through the leaves, bonobo families gather to groom one another, their fingers moving with delicate precision. This ritual is more than just a way to keep clean. It is a language of love and trust, a way to soothe fears and strengthen friendships. When tensions rise, bonobos do not fight. Instead, they reach out, offering a reassuring touch or a playful gesture, dissolving conflict before it can take root. The forest is their sanctuary, a world of endless discovery. Young bonobos chase each other through the undergrowth, tumbling and laughing in the soft earth. They swing from vines, leap across streams, and explore every corner of their green kingdom. Each day is a lesson in survival, but also in joy, a celebration of life in all its wild, unpredictable wonder. Yet beneath this harmony lies a quiet vulnerability. The bonobos' world is shrinking, their ancient home threatened by forces beyond their control. The forest grows quieter each year, and the songs of the bonobos echo with a note of longing, a plea for the safety and peace they have always known. Still, the bonobos endure. In the face of hardship, they cling to one another, drawing strength from the bonds that define their lives. Mothers cradle their infants close, shielding them from the shadows. Youngsters huddle together at night, comforted by the warmth of their family. Every gesture, every embrace is a testament to their resilience and hope. In the heart of the Congo, the bonobos' story continues, a story of gentleness, courage, and the unbreakable ties that bind them to each other and to the forest they call home. Their survival is a reminder of the beauty that can flourish when peace and compassion are allowed to thrive, even in the wildest corners of our world. The giant panda, with its unmistakable black and white fur and gentle eyes, has long captured the hearts of people around the world. Deep within the emerald bamboo forests, these remarkable creatures once roamed in abundance, their playful antics and quiet strength a testament to the wild beauty of their homeland. Yet, the journey of the giant panda has not been an easy one. As the forest shrank and bamboo thickets disappeared, the panda's world grew smaller and more perilous. Their survival depended on the fragile shoots of bamboo, and when these vanished, so too did the hope for many pandas. Isolated in misty mountain pockets, the pandas faced a silent struggle. Each day was a test of endurance as they searched for food and safety in a world that seemed to be closing in around them. The once thriving families dwindled, and the forests echoed with the quiet footsteps of a species on the edge. But nature is resilient, and so are the pandas. As bamboo forests slowly returned, so did the hope for these gentle giants. In hidden valleys, new shoots emerged, and with them the promise of a future for the panda. In the heart of the forest, panda mothers nurtured their tiny, vulnerable cubs. Each birth was a triumph, each playful tumble a sign of hope. The cubs, fluffy and full of curiosity, learned to climb, to explore, and to feast on the tender bamboo that sustained their kind. Sometimes a mother would welcome twins, a rare and precious event. Though she could only care for one at a time, the bond between mother and cub was unbreakable. The cubs, swapped gently between their mother's embrace and the safety of a warm den, grew strong and healthy. As the years passed, the forests grew greener and the panda families flourished. Young pandas tumbled and played, climbing trees and rolling in the grass, their laughter echoing through the valleys. The once silent mountains were alive again with the joyful presence of pandas. Today, the giant panda's journey stands as a triumphant story of resilience. From the brink of extinction, they have returned to their forests, a living symbol of hope and the enduring power of nature. The mountains and bamboo groves once again belong to the panda, and their story continues, one of survival, renewal, and the promise of a wild tomorrow. The stories of these incredible comebacks are not just tales of survival, but living proof of nature's resilience and the intricate harmony that sustains life on Earth. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the mightiest whale, plays a vital role in the grand symphony of our planet. When the grizzly bear returns to the wild, it is not just a single species reclaiming its place, but an entire ecosystem finding its rhythm once more. The mountain gorilla's gentle presence in the misty forests signals the renewal of ancient cycles, where every leaf, every call, every heartbeat is woven into the fabric of life. The whale's song echoes through the deep, a reminder that the oceans are alive with stories of endurance and hope. The panda's quiet strength in the bamboo forests, the bonobos' laughter in the jungle, the tortoises' slow journey across sunlit grasslands, each comeback is a thread in the tapestry of planetary balance. In the absence of human hands, the wild world flourishes in its own wisdom. Herds move in synchrony across open plains, rivers teem with fish, forests pulse with the calls of birds and the rustle of unseen creatures. Predators and prey, pollinators and plants, all are bound together in a delicate dance that has evolved over millennia. The recovery of one species ripples outward, restoring the health of entire landscapes. When the wolf returns, the forest grows stronger. When the sea turtle thrives, coral reefs bloom with new life. Every animal comeback is a testament to the power of nature's interconnectedness. Even now, challenges remain. The shadows of extinction still linger at the edges of this vibrant world, but the resilience of life is profound. With every new birth, every migration, every song at dawn, the wild proclaims its determination to endure. These stories inspire awe and hope, reminding us that the planet's balance is not a static state, but a living, breathing process, one that can be restored, nurtured, and celebrated through the triumphs of its creatures. As the sun rises over wild landscapes and the chorus of life swells in the air, we witness the extraordinary truth. The Earth's greatest strength lies in its diversity, its adaptability, and its endless capacity for renewal. The comebacks of these animals are not just victories for their species, but for the entire web of life. They are proof that even on the brink, nature can heal, balance can be restored, and the wild heart of our planet can beat strong once again. In every paw print, every wing beat, every leap and every song, the promise of a balanced planet endures, vivid, wild, and wonderfully alive. Across the shimmering dunes of the Arabian Peninsula, a ghostly silhouette emerges, a creature once thought lost forever. The Arabian Oryx, with its elegant white coat and slender, spiraled horns, is a living symbol of survival against all odds. Not long ago, this antelope vanished from the wild, its tracks erased by relentless hunting and a changing world. For years, the desert winds whispered only memories of its grace, but nature's resilience would not be silenced. In the quiet heart of the desert, a miracle unfolded. A small group of oryx, preserved in protected reserves, became the seeds of hope. With each new calf born under the vast sky, the sands remembered their ancient inhabitants. The oryx learned once more to navigate the arid expanse. Noses lifted to scent the breeze, hooves tracing the hidden paths to water, their herds moving in silent unity beneath the relentless sun. As seasons turned, the Arabian oryx reclaimed its place in the ecosystem. Grazing on hardy grasses and wildflowers, it helped shape the desert's delicate balance. Its presence signaled the return of life. Lizards darted between the shrubs, birds wheeled overhead, and the desert bloomed in subtle, fleeting colors. The oryx, once a symbol of loss, became a beacon of revival. Today, the Arabian oryx stands as a testament to nature's enduring spirit. Its journey from extinction to recovery is written in the shifting sands and the rhythmic beat of its heart. In every graceful leap across the dunes, the wild proclaims hope can rise, even from the brink, and the story of life in the desert is far from over. High above the jagged cliffs and sun-drenched canyons of the American West, an immense shadow glides in near silence. The California condor, its wings spanning nearly 10 feet, rides the rising thermals, a master of the sky. For centuries, these ancient birds soared from mountain peaks to ocean shores, their keen eyes searching for the faintest glimmer of life below. Yet, as the world shifted, their numbers dwindled. Poisoned by invisible threats in their food, their eggs thinned and fragile, the condor's calls echoed ever more faintly across the canyons. Once, the skies grew quiet. The wind carried only memories of these great birds, memories painted on stone, whispered in the rustle of sagebrush, glimpsed in the last feather drifting to earth. The condor's absence left a void in the wild tapestry where each species holds a thread. Without their vigilant watch, carcasses lingered, and the rhythm of renewal faltered. But the spirit of the condor was not lost. In secret ledges and hidden alcoves, hope flickered. Condor chicks, downy and awkward, huddled in shadowed nests, eyes bright with the promise of flight. They learned to spread their wings, feeling the rush of wind under feather, the dizzying freedom of open sky. Each fledgling's first leap became a silent vow: the skies will not be empty. As years passed, more condors took to the air. They soared over red rock arches and ancient forests, their black wings etching bold strokes against the blue. They circled above rivers and roosted on wind-bent pines, returning to the places where their ancestors once danced on the currents. With every powerful beat of their wings, the condors knit the canyons back together. Their presence signaled the healing of a broken web, the return of scavengers, the cleansing of the land, the rebirth of wildness. The condor's journey is one of resilience and rebirth, a testament written not in words but in flight. Today, as the sun dips behind the canyon rim, a silhouette drifts effortlessly on the wind. The California condor, once a ghost, soars once more. A living bridge between past and future, a symbol of hope on wings. Shrouded in the mists of the temperate forests of the Russian Far East, a rare and elusive shadow moves with silent precision. The Amur leopard, cloaked in a coat dappled with black rosettes and gold, slips between ancient trees, its paws barely making a sound on the frost-kissed earth. It is a creature of myth and mystery, known to some as the ghost of the forest, for even the wildest eyes seldom glimpse its passage. Once these forests echoed with the calls of many leopards, their territories stretching across the snowy landscapes of China and Korea. But as the world changed, their numbers fell, prey vanished, forests receded, and the ghost grew fainter. By the dawn of the 21st century, fewer than 40 Amur leopards remained in the wild, each one a fragile ember against the cold winds of extinction. Yet the forest endures, and so too does the leopard. In the hush before dawn, a mother leads her cubs through a thicket, teaching them the art of survival, how to stalk a roe deer, how to blend with the shifting light, how to climb high when danger prowls below. Her golden eyes scan the horizon, ever watchful, ever wary. Each day is a lesson, each night a silent promise that the forest will remember their kind. As the seasons turn, the leopards adapt. Winter descends, blanketing the land in silence and snow. The leopard's pale coat melts into the white, a living phantom among the birch and pine. It moves with purpose, navigating the maze of shadows and light, the gentle crunch of snow beneath its step the only sign of its presence. In spring, the forest stirs, life returns in bursts of green, and the leopard's world expands. Cubs grow bolder, testing their strength against fallen logs, their playful roars echoing through the woods. The bond between mother and young is fierce and unbroken, a testament to hope, to endurance, to the quiet persistence of life. Though their numbers remain few, the Amur leopards endure, each one a guardian of their ancient home, each step a defiance of the darkness that once threatened to consume them. They are more than survivors. They are the living memory of wildness, the silent architects of balance in a fragile world. As dusk falls and the moon rises over the forest canopy, the leopard pauses on a rocky outcrop, gazing into the endless night. In that moment, the ghost of the forest is no longer just a whisper, it is a promise. The Amur leopard lives, and with each heartbeat, the wild endures. In the shadowy forests of New Zealand, beneath ancient ferns and towering rimu trees, a peculiar figure stirs in the moonlight. A parrot unlike any other, heavy-bodied, moss-green and nearly silent, emerges from its burrow to greet the night. This is the Kakapo, the world's only flightless and nocturnal parrot, a living relic from a lost world. Once, the Kakapo's booming calls resonated across the islands, echoing through valleys and over misty hills. Its feathers, soft and fragrant as forest moss, camouflaged it perfectly among the undergrowth. By day, it would nestle in hollow logs or beneath roots, safe from the sun's gaze. By night, it would shuffle through the leaf litter, foraging for fruits, seeds, and the sweet nectar of native plants. With sturdy legs and a curious waddle, the Kakapo claimed the forest floor as its domain. But the silence grew. For decades the midnight parrot's numbers dwindled, hidden away on remote islands, its future balanced on the edge of oblivion. Yet in the hush of the forest, the Kakapo endured, its instincts sharpened, its senses keen. Every scent, every shadow, every rustle in the fern became a signal, a lesson in survival. In the darkness, the male Kakapo begins his ancient ritual. He carves out a shallow bowl in the earth, a stage for his performance. With chest puffed and feathers fluffed, he releases a low, resonant boom, a call that travels for miles, weaving through the trees, seeking a distant answer. The forest listens. The boom is answered. A female approaches, drawn by the rhythm of hope. Together they dance beneath the stars, a courtship as old as the land itself. Seasons turn, and the forest witnesses a miracle. Hidden in mossy nests, pale eggs hatch, and downy chicks emerge, blinking at the world with wide, amber eyes. They explore a universe of green, learning to climb, to forage, to vanish at the faintest hint of danger. Each chick is a new note in the song of the Kakapo, a song nearly silenced, now rising once again. The midnight parrot's comeback is a quiet triumph. No wings slice the sky, but sturdy feet mark a path through the undergrowth. Each night, as the moon rises, the Kakapo's calls echo through the forest, a living memory of New Zealand's wild heart. In every rustle, every boom, there is a promise. The midnight parrot still walks the earth, and in its survival, the spirit of the ancient forest endures. Beneath the endless sweep of North America's grasslands, where the wind bends golden grasses and prairie dogs stand sentinel, a slender shadow glides through the burrows. This is the black-footed ferret, a creature as elusive as a wisp of smoke, and once thought lost forever. Long ago, the prairie thrummed with hidden life. Black-footed ferrets, masked and nimble, threaded their way through labyrinthine tunnels, their pale coats dappled by moonlight. They were silent hunters, slipping through the earth in pursuit of prairie dogs, their sole prey and partners in survival. Every den, every tunnel was a world unto itself, a safe haven, a hunting ground, a nursery for the next generation. But as the grasslands changed, the ferret's world shrank. The prairie dog towns vanished, their numbers cut down by disease and the plough. With them, the ferrets faded into the silence, leaving only empty burrows and the faintest memory of their presence. For years, not a single black-footed ferret was seen. The prairie seemed to have lost its phantom forever. Yet in a quiet corner of the wild, life stirred once more. From a hidden den, a pair of bright eyes blinked into the dawn. The black-footed ferret had survived. Against the odds, a remnant population had clung to existence, deep beneath the earth, waiting for the world above to change. As the seasons cycled, the ferrets emerged, cautious and clever. Kits tumbled through the tunnels, learning the secrets of the underground maze. The mothers watched, vigilant, teaching the young to stalk, to hide, to vanish at the first hint of danger. Above ground, the prairie grasses whispered, sheltering the ferret's silent return. Each night the hunters awoke. With swift, sinuous grace, they wove through the burrows, their black-masked faces peeking from shadowed entrances. The prairie dog colonies, once dwindling, began to thrive again, and with them the ferrets reclaimed their ancestral domain. The dance of predator and prey, delicate and ancient, played out beneath the stars. Today, the black-footed ferret's journey is one of resilience. Nocturnal and unseen, they are the guardians of the prairie's hidden heart, a living thread connecting past and future. Every kit that takes its first tentative steps in the darkness, every soft rustle in the grass, is a testament to survival, a whisper that the prairie phantom is home again. And as the wind sweeps across the plains, it carries with it a promise that even in the quietest corners of the earth, hope endures, and the black-footed ferret's story is not yet finished. Deep within the ancient forests of Europe, where sunlight filters through towering oaks and mist lingers in the morning light, a colossal figure moves silently among the shadows. This is the European bison, a living relic, the continent's largest land mammal, and once a ghost of memory within these woodlands. For centuries, the bison's heavy tread shaped the rhythm of the forest. Herds drifted through dappled glades, their massive forms brushing aside undergrowth, opening clearings for wildflowers and songbirds. Calves, sturdy and curious, bounded beneath the watchful gaze of their mothers, discovering a world alive with scents and sounds. But as the forests thinned and their ancient trails faded, the bison's presence dwindled. For a time, only the echo of their hoofbeats remained. Stories whispered in the rustling leaves, reminders of a vanished giant. Yet within the embrace of the wilderness, life stirs anew. From the shelter of dense thickets, a small herd emerges into the golden dawn. Powerful, yet gentle, they graze among the ferns and moss, their breath steaming in the cool air. Each step presses old seeds into the earth, each wallow creates pools for frogs and insects, each fallen branch they topple brings light to the forest floor. Season after season, the herd grows. Bulls clash in ancient rituals beneath the autumn canopy, their calls resonating through the woods. New calves wobble on uncertain legs, learning the patterns of the herd and the secrets of the forest. Foxes and deer follow in their wake, drawn to the changes the bison bring. As the cycle of life continues, the forest is transformed. Wildflowers bloom in their wake, butterflies dance in sunlit clearings, and the song of the nightingale returns to the boughs. The European bison, once a memory, is now a keystone, restoring balance, breathing strength into the land. In the hush of twilight, as the herd moves through a sea of emerald, the forest pulses with renewed life. The European bison, monarch of the woods, strides onward, a living testament to resilience and to the wild heart that still beats beneath the ancient trees. Across the sweeping grasslands of Central Asia, where the horizon stretches unbroken and the wind whispers through endless waves of feathergrass, a most unusual silhouette emerges, a creature of ancient lineage and unyielding spirit. This is the saiga antelope, with its unmistakable bulbous nose, a living relic from the Ice Age, perfectly adapted to the extremes of the steppe. Once vast herds of saiga flowed across the plains like rivers of tawny gold. Calves, nimble and alert, darted among the adults, their oversized noses twitching as they tasted the scents carried by the wind. The saiga's unique snout, an evolutionary marvel, filters dust in the arid summers and warms the frigid winter air, allowing these antelopes to thrive where few others can. In the silence of dawn, a herd moves as one, each animal alert to the subtle cues of its companions. The grasslands, seemingly empty, are alive beneath their hooves. Larks rise in flurries as the herd passes, and marmots whistle from distant burrows. In winter, when snow blankets the steppe, the saiga's hooves break through crusted drifts, uncovering hidden shoots and roots. Through searing summers, they journey vast distances in search of water, their endurance tested by the relentless sun. Yet the story of the saiga is one of resilience in the face of daunting odds. Disease, drought, and shifting climates have swept through their ranks like storms, thinning the herds to a fraction of their former glory. Still, the saiga persists. Each new calf, a fragile hope, each day survived a quiet victory. As dusk settles, the grasslands glow with the last light of day. The saiga herd pauses, their pale coats blending with the golden sea. In their steady gaze there is a wisdom earned through millennia, a testament to survival against the harshest of odds. The saiga antelope, survivor of the steppes, endures, an ancient wanderer whose presence keeps the wild heart of the grasslands beating strong. High above the tangled emerald canopy of the Philippine rainforest, a shadow glides, broad-winged, regal and silent as a passing cloud. This is the Philippine eagle, a living crown of feathers and fierce golden eyes, reigning over the ancient forests of its island home. With each powerful beat of its wings, the eagle weaves through shafts of morning light, its massive wingspan brushing the mist that clings to the treetops. Hidden beneath the dense mosaic of leaves, the world holds its breath. Hornbills hush, and macaques freeze mid-branch, sensing the presence of the forest's monarch. The eagle's gaze pierces the foliage, searching for the telltale flicker of movement below. With unmatched precision, it swoops, talons extended, silent as a falling leaf, claiming its place at the pinnacle of the wild food chain. Nestled in the fork of a towering diptera carp, a massive nest cradles a single downy chick, a new hope for the future. The chick's eyes, bright and unblinking, mirror the ancient intelligence of its parents. Above, the adult eagle stands sentinel, its crest raised in silent vigilance, the embodiment of patience and protection. Seasons turn, torrential rains drum against the canopy, and sunlight returns in glittering shards. The chick transforms, feathers unfurling in a patchwork of cream and mahogany, wings stretching wide, hungry for the winds that swirl above the trees. The forest resonates with the low, resonant call of the eagle, a sound that ripples across valleys and echoes through centuries. Every flight is a testament to the resilience of the wild. The eagle rides the thermals, soaring over rivers that carve through emerald mountains and over forests that pulse with the heartbeat of life. Each hunting dive, each triumphant return to the nest, signals the slow, patient comeback of a species once teetering on the edge of silence. As dusk falls, the eagle perches atop a lofty branch, surveying its boundless domain. The rainforest glows beneath a silver moon, alive with the songs of cicadas and the whispers of ancient trees. In the eyes of the Philippine eagle, the promise of the wild endures, a reminder that, even in the deepest shadows, hope takes flight on powerful wings. Beneath the dappled sunlight of Grand Cayman's rocky forests, a flash of brilliant blue catches the eye, a creature as ancient as the coral reefs and just as rare. This is the blue iguana, the island's living jewel. Once its sapphire scales shimmered across the limestone terrain, weaving between prickly pear and silver thatch palms. But as the years passed, the blue faded from the land, lost to roaming predators and shrinking wild spaces. Now, in the hush of early morning, a sturdy blue iguana basks atop a sun-warmed rock, dew glistening on its ridged back. Its amber eyes scan the landscape, alert to every rustle in the undergrowth. Nearby, a clutch of tiny hatchlings emerges from a shallow burrow, their skins a paler shade of turquoise, their movements cautious yet curious. Each step they take is a victory, a testament to the tireless efforts that have brought their kind back from the brink. The forest is alive with quiet hope. Green anoles dart across branches, and butterflies spiral through the air, but the iguana moves with measured purpose, foraging for wild fruits and tender leaves. Its strong tail sweeps aside fallen leaves, uncovering hidden treasures in the leaf litter. In the afternoon heat, the iguana slips into the cool shade of a hollow log, the patterns on its skin blending with the dappled shadows. Seasons shift, bringing summer rains that transform the forest floor into a carpet of emerald. The iguana's territory expands. More hatchlings crawl from their nests, their numbers growing with each passing year. High above, a red-footed booby glides across a cloudless sky, while on the ground the blue iguana stands as a sentinel, a symbol of resilience and renewal. As dusk settles over the island, the iguana climbs to a rocky perch, its silhouette framed by the golden glow of the setting sun. In that quiet moment, the sapphire guardian surveys its reclaimed kingdom, a living testament to the power of restoration. The blue iguana's journey from the edge of extinction is a story written in scales and stone, in hope and hard-won survival. And as night falls, the Cayman Islands hum softly with the promise of a future where the blue endures, wild and free. Across the vast expanse of the Central Asian steppe, where grasses ripple like an endless green sea, a distinct silhouette emerges against the horizon. Stocky, powerful, and crowned with a stiff, upright mane, the Przewalski's horse moves with a confidence born of ancient lineage. Once this wild equine vanished from its native grasslands, its hoofprints erased from the Mongolian plains. For decades, the steppe echoed only with the wind, and the memory of wild herds faded into myth. Yet as the seasons cycled, sun-scorched summers yielding to biting winters, the grasslands waited. Then, one crisp dawn, a small herd appears, dun coats glinting gold in the first light, dark muzzles pressed to the earth as they graze among feather grass and wild thyme. The stallion, vigilant, stands sentry atop a rise, his ears twitching at the distant calls of cranes and the low rumble of thunder. A foal, legs wobbly but determined, bounds after its dam, discovering the world beneath the boundless sky. The herd moves as one, reading the language of the land, scenting water in the wind, seeking shelter in shallow valleys, tracing the tracks of ancient migration. Wolves howl in the distance, but the horses form a protective ring, their bodies a living shield. When danger fades, they gallop across the plains, manes flying, dust rising in their wake, a fleeting storm of life and muscle. During the midday heat, the herd seeks shade beneath a solitary Siberian elm, tails swishing at persistent flies. Grazing resumes as shadows lengthen, each mouthful of grass fueling the rebirth of a species once declared lost. In the hush of twilight, the horses drink from a silvery stream, their reflections merging with the ripples, echoes of ancestors that once roamed these lands. As stars prick the velvet sky, the Przewalski's horses huddle close, warm breath steaming in the cool night air. The steppe, once silent, now hums with their presence. Each hoofbeat writes a new chapter in a saga of survival, proof that wildness can return, and that the spirit of the steppe endures in every heartbeat, every gallop, every dawn.